What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel. Now, today we are going to be talking about a really cool mon, and that is Drednaw. Now, Drednaw is a really cool designed Pokemon, I think, and he is he's a decently strong boy and competitive. Now, he's not as strong as what he used to be, unfortunately, with Dynamax being banned. He is no longer a one-man show. But with the right team support, this mon can still be really scary. So let's take a look at his stats really quick. We've got base 90 HP, which is pretty good, coupled with base 90 defense. So on the physically defensive side, he's pretty decent. He's not awful. He's not great, but he can take a hit for sure. Base 68 special defense, not all that great, but that's okay because hopefully this thing is going to be only used for dealing with physical attackers. Now, we also have base 115 attack, very good for a mon that you, especially considering how early in the game you can get this thing, very good. And base 74 speed, very mediocre, but we have several ways in order to help us with the low speed, so we're not too awfully worried about it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first set. Now, this set is still usable today. This was a very commonly used set, or at least one similar to this, when Dynamax was still allowed. And so basically what you would do is you would come in with this, you would Dynamax with it and go for the water type move. And what that would do is that would set up your rain, which would then activate your Swift Swim. You could then use whatever moves you wanted to. You may not run Stone Edge just because that would start up conflicting weather, but you know, that's up to you. But so you would run Swift Swim, and you would just do damage with this, and you would keep the Swift Swim boost once you got out of Dynamax, and then you can use your Choice Band in order to help clean up the rest of the team. So this is a really good set, and I really like it, and especially Stone Edge is a great move to have on this set now that Dynamax is banned, because you don't have to worry about setting up Sandstorm anymore. And so we also have Earthquake for coverage, and I have Ice Fang on this set, and this is to hit grass types that could hit you for 4 times. But you can also run Crunch, and the reason you would run Crunch is for things such as Jellicent or Corsola. That would give you a way to hit them a little more effectively. Otherwise, they wall you pretty hard. So you may want that option instead, and if so, it's there for you. Now, this next set we're going to look at is an interesting set. I thought about making this my meme set, but there's another mon that runs a set very similarly to this to some success, and so I didn't think that this should be the meme set, and it is an Iron Defense Body Press set. So the other mon that runs this right now is Steelix. Steelix runs a very similar set to this. However, Steelix also has base like 250 defense, so you know, its body press is doing a lot more than this. However, this mon can actually be very bulky once it is set up on the defensive side, and especially given that this metagame right now is very physically based, anything that can boost its physical defense like this is going to be pretty valuable. So I do think that this is going to be an interesting set for sure once you get rid of any like physical or any special attackers that could hit you for super effective damage, anything like that. We have Stealth Rock to help in the early game, and then you can set up with Iron Defense, hit it with Body Press, and then rest up. So obviously you would want to get rid of things like ghosts and things of that nature. And he gets the ability Shell Armor. So this basically makes sure that no matter how many Iron Defenses you set up, you do not have to worry about losing to a random crit. So that is a really nice ability for this set specifically, and that is why I wanted to look at this set, because that is something that he has over Steelix. This next set we're going to look at is an Assault Vest set. Now, Assault Vest, I think, is a really cool set for Drednaw, especially given that we've already talked about that his physical defense is pretty decent, but his special defense is pretty bad. And so this helps to patch up that weakness, and so you could then switch this in on things that it normally wouldn't have been able to. And so I think this makes it a really nice option. And we're running the same coverage we ran on the previous set, and this allows you to not have to run speed. You can run it straight into HP to give you a lot more survivability. and this would also appreciate something like wish support, anything like that. This would appreciate some really cool, some really good help with just staying healthy, because he's a pretty bulky boy. Alright, so this next set is one that I really like, and this is a rock polish set. Now, you might be wondering why we're running exactly 239 speed on both of these sets, and the reason that we're running that is because if our speed is at +2, either by Swift Swim or by rock polish, then this just barely speed creeps Scarfed Darmanitan, which is absolutely amazing to be able to outrun that and kill it with a Stone Edge. So that is one thing to keep in mind with this set. That is why we are running something like this. And so all you have to do is get this in and get off a rock polish, and you no longer have to worry about that Scarfed Darmanitan, which those are very, very common right now that would normally be able to take you out, but you no longer have to worry about that. And again, you could switch this move out for something like Crunch or anything else that you need. I'm running Ice Fang on this, but Earthquake is probably a little bit better just for coverage in general. But obviously, it is up to you. So this last set we're going to look at is, of course, our meme set. We always have to have a meme, and this is a Rest Talk Dragon Tail set. Now, you probably haven't seen one of these in a while. This generation stall and anything super bulky isn't amazing, but I do think that this set could be interesting just to see him put in some work in switching things out. Now, obviously, you would want to run this with something like a Ferrothorn, something that can go ahead and set up a lot of hazards. Or you could run something like Court Change, allow your opponent to set up hazards on you, switch those over to the other side, and then let this just do its thing in making your opponent take all the damage when it switches in. You can then be getting bulkier with Iron Defense so that it has less of a chance to kill you, and then when you get really low on health, you just click Rest and you can Sleep Talk to keep doing all of this. So yeah, that is going to be our episode on Drednaw. I think Drednaw's a really cool boy. I really like his design, and although he's not a one-man show like what he used to be, being able to set his own rain, I do think that he is very useful on rain teams, and I think that he still has a place in low-tier metagames. And so it'll be interesting to see where he lands once these lower tiers are established. You know, we do have a UU tier now, but I'm looking at this more in RU or NU, and I think that he will definitely have a place as a very scary threat in those very low tiers. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I noticed we had several new subs within the past few days. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys for supporting me. Obviously, this is a very new channel. We are at 30-something subs, and but I am very much very grateful to you guys for coming to the channel, for liking and subscribing and sticking around. And I just want to make these videos enjoyable for you, and I want to make sure that I bring consistent content. I want to bring quality content for you guys, and I've got some really cool stuff coming up soon. I've got a Wi-Fi battle planned with my friend Kid Cujo. He's been on the channel before, and he is currently working on a team of his own. He's just got a couple of natures to fix, and he will have his team ready for us. I've got a team ready to face him with that we have not shown on the channel. I finished that team a couple of days ago, and I'm just waiting for him to finish his team. But as soon as he does, I will have a Wi-Fi battle up with him. And yeah, we will just see what the future holds. I'm going to try to get through this Dex as fast as I can, while making sure to also give you quality content along the way. So I'm going to end it right here, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.